tell you a few things about what we are going to do, a few more things about how we are going to do it. First, the man on my right, Sanjeev Bikhchandani, fortunately, does not require an introduction anywhere in India or Asia or in most parts of the world. So I'm not going to waste my time or your time on introducing someone who's a legend. Many years ago, when I met Sanjeev at a Thai event, I was completely mesmerized by him, and I've been in awe of him ever since. And he is just an amazing man. And it is not just because of what he has achieved, what he has accomplished. I think what I respect most about Sanjeev is his passion. He's alive every minute of the few years that I've met him. His passion, his commitment, his desire to make this world a better place than what he found it. And I think these are fantastically abiding values as far as Sanjeev is concerned. And I thought long and hard about the topic assigned to me today. And I will cover most of that topic. But in all sincerity, the topic does not do justice to Sanjeev. And so I rang up Mahavir this morning in a flap and said, Mahavir, what am I supposed to do? He said, Yogi, just get on stage with Sanjeev and talk. So that's all we are going to do. I'm going to keep it very informal. I'm going to keep it very casual. We will cover as much of the topic as is possible. But for me, it is far more important to cover as much of the man as possible, because I would like to talk about him, around him. I'd like to talk about what he stands for, what he represents, what his aspirations are, what his struggles have been. And the MBA is only one slice of the pie, one slice of the pizza pie that is BICS. It's only one very small slice. So I am taking liberties with the topic, but I think when you have a rare opportunity to interact with one of the legends on the Indian entrepreneurial circuit, you should make the most of him. And IIM Ahmedabad was an important bit of Sanjeev, but only one bit. So the other thing is, when Sanjeev and I met this morning for lunch before coming here, I said, Sanjeev, how do you want to do the session? Do you want to talk about yourself? He said, no. So he's not going to talk about himself, and I'm not going to talk about him. What we are going to do is cull out aspects of his life, his story, his management skills, his passion, his entrepreneurial ventures through a Q&A on stage. And this is what we hope you will replicate off stage. At any moment during my interaction with Sanjeev, feel free to raise your hand and ask a question. And anything that contributes to what we are discussing is something that BICS will be more than willing to answer. So I'm going to set the ball rolling. Sanjeev is a little formal for me, because all my life I've called him BICS. I'm just setting the flavor and the tone right now, so we'll get to the MBA, we'll get to your Q&A, but please ask whenever you want to. BICS, I thought you were a Stephanian, yet you keep saying that your alma mater is IIM Ahmedabad. What is the truth?
Well, to the Stephanians I say Stephens, and to the people from IIM Ahmedabad I say it's IIM Ahmedabad. So I say different things to different people.
What if you meet a mixed crowd?
Then I'll say both.
Okay, he is not only a Stephanian, he is a very passionate Stephanian who is working several hours a day to take Stephens to the next level. BICS, InfoEdge, Bridge.com, NaukriGulf.com, Shiksha.com, Jeevansathi.com, 99acres.com, allcheckdeals.com. I'm gasping already. Have I left out any? How do you cope?
Well, I think the key is to build a great team, and then you don't have to do any work, because everybody else does all the work. So I think it's about, if you want to, in organizational life, whether you're working in a company or you start your own company, in the beginning it may be just you, but pretty soon you'll have to put together a good team if you want the company to grow. And so I guess it's about being really good at working with people.
Saurabh Srivastav, who is another legend, calls you positively dynamic and inspirational. Is this a fair assessment?
I think Saurabh is a good friend and it's very kind. Okay. So I'm not sure, but it's very hard for somebody to judge himself or herself. I think it's best if judgment is left to others.
Dr. Walson Thampu, current principal of St. Stephen's College, in an email to me yesterday said you were warm, passionate and committed.
Same answer. I don't think it's possible for me to judge myself. But yeah, whatever I like to do, I like to sort of spend time doing it, and I get committed to it. And I like to see it through to the end. So right now I'm working on a project to get the alumni of St. Stephen's College, all Stephenians together. And I'm running this group on Facebook, and I think he's referring to that.
Bix, I read somewhere that the .com posted by Sanjeev Bikhchandani did not have oodles of funding from the outset when you began your journey as an entrepreneur. What would you have done if your wife Surbhi had not bailed you out? Would you have become the legend that you have? Is your survival and subsequent progress a tribute to Surbhi's magnanimity rather than to your sagacity?
Well, it's probably true. I quit my job in 1990, and at that time I had just about 2,000 or 3,000 rupees in my bank account. Because 2,000 or 3,000 rupees then was a lot more than it is now. And a friend and I started a company, putting in 1,000 rupees each, and I couldn't take salary for 3 years. So the house ran on Surbhi's salary. She was working. She's also a Stephenian, and we were classmates at IIM Ahmedabad as well. And she was working in a large multinational company and earning a decent salary, so we were able to sort of survive. But I think to be an entrepreneur in India, you need very, very supportive families. It's very hard to do it on your own. Your family has to be totally behind you, whether it's your parents or your siblings or your wife. Without that, it's very difficult.
You had a fabulous salary at Glaxo, all of rupees 8,000 per month with prospects. Why did you quit that in order to become an entrepreneur? Were you not scared?
I was really scared. Okay, it's for most of us who come from middle-class backgrounds where parents are in service rather than business, it's a very difficult thing to give up a salary check, okay, because all your life you're conditioned to take up a good job, take up a safe job, take up a secure job, prestigious company, IAS or some civil services or a CA or a doctor or an engineer. And that's what, typically most middle-class children in India from working-class backgrounds, that's what they're conditioned to do. So, in your head, it's very difficult then to give up a salary check. And I think that is the hardest part. But having said that, there were a couple of things that are driving me. I think the first one was, when I was working in a company, it was a good job in a good multinational company, and I had, finished from IIM Ahmedabad. But, I wanted to do something I wanted to create something that I felt could perhaps outlive me. I could leave a legacy behind, build an institution, build a brand, something I'd be known by. Whereas, working in a company as an employee, I could be reasonably financially successful and secure, but at the end of my working life, when I look back, I perhaps would not have built anything which I would be known for. And that mattered to me.
You would not have built something to last, right?
That is correct. I mean, you would have contributed, no two ways about it, but it wouldn't be yours.
Your key partners over the years have been Hitesh Oberoi and Amrish Raghuvanshi, CEO and CFO respectively. They have been with you right from the start. Tell me what it takes to last so long under you or to survive Sanjeev Bikhchandani.
So I think if you're working for a higher cause, the first thing is if you're working for a higher cause, then that cause unites you, irrespective of differences. So it's really important when you are starting a company that you're working for something more than money, more than financial success, more than for yourself. You're working for a higher cause. The second is, I think, if you're working with a team,